swear to you, soon we will see receipts and certificates stuck at the bottom of a Louis Vuitton shoe. Hello everyone, hey, welcome back or welcome to my channel, whichever one suits you. Grab hold of it and enjoy. My name is RanSACK, and I'm going to do something I created a couple of days ago called Twitter Pics. Twitter Pics is where I go through my dry Twitter feed and look at threads, topics, subjects that I want to speak about with as little or as much information as I see fit, which often is none. Let the misinformation begin. So, today I'm going to be talking about Selfridges. For those that don't know, Selfridges is a luxury designer, also kind of edgy um, department store. They have several different locations around the UK. I believe their flagship store is the Oxford Street in London. Um, so Selfridges have launched something called Project Earth. It is their they have marketed it as a sustainable effort, as well as incorporating and embracing the changing consumer habits that we will soon see. And what Project Earth will encompass is Selfridges will now rent clothing. This means you can go in, not buy, rent clothing for a period of time and return it. So let's break this down. So clothes renting is nothing new. I think we've seen it. I think it's been around for a long, long time. We know about tuxedos and like whenever someone wants to shade someone on like a Real Housewives of anything, they just say that their clothes are rented. It's like the thing to say. I don't know a single clothes renting company to even list, but yeah. But I believe it's gonna be like the first high street main world recognized store to rent clothing. Um, and that's interesting. Seeing it from like a business point of view, they're really being, I think they're really being smart due to this whole Mrs. Rona debacle. Thousands, including people at Selfridges actually, 450 jobs are gone from Selfridges are no longer available there. We've seen mass redundancies within Marks and Spencer. We've seen mass redundancies throughout the UK, throughout the world. So that and the UK like a week ago did enter into officially a recession, and at that one of the worst recessions ever recorded. So yes, people's buying habits will change. Um, I always wonder how this will affect the luxury brands. Like I think there's certain brands and companies like um that they're not recession proof, but recession doesn't hit them the same way as it will hit other companies. And I thought maybe due to Selfridges being of that luxury and designer realm, they may not be faced. But if I'm thinking about it, I know many students and many young professionals that do shop at Selfridges, which means that they will be affected by the recession, which means their habits will change. And I think it's really smart of Selfridges to really encompass that. So, being able to rent clothes, what are we going to see from this? For me, there was like three core things that I am not excited, but I am so sure that we will see. So, number one, we will see people flossing like they have never flossed before in their life, right? Pretty Little Thing need to be scared. Boo Hoo need to be scared. Why? I say this. Their Boo Hoo and Pretty Little Thing, they rely on girls wanting to look buff, right? They want to look paying for their birthday, and they don't want to be seen in the same outfit they were seen in previously. But like everyone else, we can't afford to spend like 100, 200, a grand, 2 grand, 5 grand on a dress every time you go out. So previously you would buy that £20 dress that looks very nice and you'll live your life. But now you can rent one. Instead of seeing Pretty Little Thing, we will see you in Gucci. Instead of seeing little boohoo stuff, we will see you in Givenchy. Why? Because instead of spending that £20 on a dress that you can keep but you'll never wear again, you can spend. I think it'll be probably more, but you can spend like £50 on a designer dress that people can identify and return it. I think we're gonna see a lot of that. A lot of flossing. People that I've never seen floss before will be flossing. People that I know just due to their job and due to growing up with them, you can't be flossing, right? Due to the fact that we're in a recession, you can't be flossing. But we're going to see a lot of flossing. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the styles. I do think it'll be tacky because I do think a lot of I do think I'm gonna say it. I do think a lot of designer clothes and how designer clothes are worn is tacky. I am no fashionista myself, but I don't care. um, second thing, second thing that I think we'll see an increase of. We will see a massive rise in people posting receipts. People posting receipts, certificates of authenticity of purchase. People will be posting. Like already, I know like if you get like I'm really showing my ass here. I think it's like a Louis Vuitton bag. You get like a certificate saying this is an authentic Louis Vuitton bag from the Louis Vuitton place, from the Louis Vuitton seller, from Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean, right? I hope Louis Vuitton sell bags, otherwise this is so embarrassing. But you'll get that. And prior to now, for the majority of people, posting a receipt or posting a certificate of purchase is very tacky. It illustrates heavily that we don't like. There's a question whether you can actually afford to buy that, right? But now with people renting clothes, the people that really care to tell people that they can afford things are gonna need to show the receipts. So I imagine you see. You see how people when they wear like when they have like their red bottoms on, their Louis Vuitton shoes on, and they're like in a picture flicking up their shoe so we can see the red bit of their shoe, right? I swear to you, soon we will see receipts and certificates stuck at the bottom of a Louis Vuitton shoe. People will need to show us. The whole idea of image is that you're rich, right? And people that could never ever before have access to designer luxury clothes now having access, the people that have already had access will want to differentiate themselves, and the only real way of doing that is receipts. Unless Selfridges only like allow certain lines to be rented out, I think a massive rise in posting of receipts. Mark my words. I'll bet whoever, no, but mark my words. We will see a rise in receipts on social media. Twitter and Instagram are going to be the main offenders. Last one, not as positive, but I do think this will shift the culture. Who's to say? My fear is I'm someone that like very much supports living within your means, and I fear that this is going to push and stress people, especially young people, to ignore that. Now that they have access and the ability to look like they can afford it, upkeeping and maintaining that facade is going to be costly. Because at the end of the day, if you can't afford to buy designer clothes, renting designer clothes for the majority of people doesn't make sense. If you are an influencer, I understand that it's part of your business model. Looking good and looking like you're more than your worth is part of your business model. For the average majority, it's not. It's a thing. Although it is a thing of status, it doesn't add directly to your value. It doesn't. And I fear that the average person's value is going to decrease, if that makes sense. If we see now people that used to be comfortable wearing H&M, or used to maybe not be comfortable doing it, but used to do it happily, now have the option to wear designer for renting, I feel there's going to be a change and a shift in what the average person, what the average, I think it's going to mainly affect the youth, if I'm honest. I think it's going to mainly affect the youth. But what the average youth is meant to wear, like, even to this day, telling someone that they're wearing Primark clothing is kind of a diss. It's not as much as it used to be now, but it's kind of. And I think that's going to come back. Why? Because people have the ability to now pretend to floss. Or or know what? It might flip the other way. Maybe people will shun the idea of renting clothes so much that it doesn't. But through that, I've seen the use of like Klarna and like things that you can buy clothes in installments, which to me is a very I don't like that concept at all. Unless Klarna wants to sponsor me. Actually, let me think about my morals and get back to you on that one. But I just think it's not going to encourage people to live within their means. And when we get into the place of renting, debt, overdraft, especially when it comes to younger people, I think it's very dangerous. Also, what a time to start it. I think that Corona time and, sharing clothes, I wonder if it's going to affect how people perceive that. Because, yeah, you're going to be sharing clothes. I'm sure, I'm sure Selfridges will sanitize and clean the clothes. But I wonder whether that's going to affect people's view, whether it will slow people down. I don't particularly think so, especially as people seem to no longer care that it's Corona. But it'll be interesting to see. Other side of it, sustainability. So the fashion industry have been known and are always part of the conversation when it comes to sustainability due to the mass production of clothes and like what happens to clothes afterwards. So in that light, if that's truly what they're striving for, unless it's a marketing tool, I think they're doing an honourable thing, right? Yeah, you shouldn't have closets full of clothes that you will never wear. Maybe. Listen, actually, no, I don't know. If you can afford it, sure. And when it comes to designer, I guess production of designer goods is less harmful than production of fast fashion, right? Because just the way, by the nature of which designer goods should be, it should be of a high quality, more usage, more value. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah. But remember, I say these two core main things. More people will be wearing designer clothes now, and more people will be posting receipts and certificates of purchase. I foresee those coming. I want to know what you guys think about Selfridges renting out clothes. Would you guys rent out clothes yourselves? Would you partake? How do you feel about it? And or do you think this is like a quick money grab for Selfridges? Who knows? I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.